Can.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Dr. Santosh. Yeah, so
Good
just now we
afternoon, Dr. DJ.
pre-recorded the video on the uh, uh, we discussed about the well-being of the students in elevating the anxiety of our faculty of dentistry students during this pandemic. And for now, we would like to invite our uh, participants if they are interested for have a discussion with us to express their concerns and so on and so forth. And I think that over here we have our first volunteer over here, Mariam. So include Mariam here. Mariam, would you like to share with us your concerns during this pandemic?
Hi, good afternoon.
Good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon,
So
Mariam.
I'm currently a year four dental student, and I've been greatly worried about the lack of clinical skills and exposure. We've just been notified that our academic year has been extended for another 3 months just to finish off our clinical requirements from both year three and year four. However, I'm still doubting myself whether like all those clinical requirements can actually be completed within that short period of time, and whether my clinical skills are still adequate enough to treat patients. And I have one more doubt also. Since cases are really high as for now, I'm also greatly worried about whether patients would still be willing to come for treatment, if that makes sense.
Well,
Yeah,
I
so
understand, Mariam. I understand. I mean, your fears and concerns are well founded. Actually, uh, it's true that you will be scared a bit to come back to the clinics. At the same time, you also want to do your clinic. You want to do more patients because that is why you're here. You're a dental student. But let me assure you that we are doing all that we can to create a very safe environment for you, for us, and to the patients. Okay, and we have created aerosol chambers like we did. You have seen that already a few months ago, but now we have more aerosol chambers that we have created where you will be doing those dental cases that require aerosol procedures, so that all the aerosol is contained in that space and not spread to the other areas. Okay, so that we are doing, and we have extended the your academic session for the same reason that we can give you more time to perform your clinical cases, because as a dental student it is more important for you to perform clinical cases and not just study, right? So that is what also the reason why we have extended, so you can complete your clinical requirements that is expected of you before you write the exam, and then also you get enough time to study. Like we have done a lot of online lectures, tutorial discussions to you until now, so now you can spend more time to study on that, and if required we can arrange more classes, remedial classes for you. And regarding the COVID cases, yes, it is an ongoing situation, and nobody really knows how long it is going to go on, right? We really don't know, but I feel that compared to last year, the entire 2020, we are in a better situation now because most of us are vaccinated already, and I think most of us have managed to be not be affected by COVID in the entire 1 year of 2020 without being vaccinated. And I think now our chances are higher of being safer because most of us are vaccinated now. And I think, yes, we still continue following all the SOPs. And I think we should be able to pull it off to create a safe environment for all of us. And we'll make sure that you get all the cases that you need to do before you go for your exams. Okay, Mariam?
okay, thank you so much for reassuring me.
Yeah, and I am hoping to see you soon in the campus.
Yeah, looking forward to see you again, Doctor.
Thank you, Mariam. If anything, do you
Thank
can
you.
feel free to contact me. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
thank you
Mariam.
so much.
Okay.
And I think we have the next students who would like to ask as well. Daniel. Daniel, would you like to share your concern with us? I think Daniel is a year one student, right?
Yes, Doctor. Hello and good afternoon, Doctor.
Good afternoon.
Hi,
So,
Daniel.
Hi, Doctor. So the problem that I've been facing throughout these online sessions are basically my own internet connections. So for me, as a year one student, I think it's really important to know all the theoretical infos and for all of the subjects. So due to this internet connection, I feel it's a bit hard for me to focus and concentrate in class. So sometimes I feel like I will left out some important info from the lectures, but I think since the lectures are recorded, so I can rewatch again all the lectures.
Okay, okay. I understand. I think probably you're trying to say that it's now because it's not face to face lectures like before, where you were sitting in the comfort of a classroom along with your friends, and you could listen to the lectures. You can see your lecturer in person, and if there is any doubts, you can ask and all that stuff. But I think this is COVID scenario has brought in a digital revolution in a way. Although we would have been happier to do without that COVID scenario, but well, I think times are like that. History is a proof that the major revolutions have happened in cases of crisis. So I think COVID scenario is an example where we have actually had a digital revolution much faster in the space of the last 1 year, and classrooms lectures have gone into your rooms now, and online classes are going on, and we as lecturers also is a challenge for us to make sure that the information is delivered on this online stream and every student understands this. Okay, so for that purpose, you are aware that we have a learning management system in Masa, the website where all our lectures and online classes are held. So for that purpose, what we have been doing, that we are recording all our lectures which are conducted, and then after the lecture is done, we are uploading it on Elements. So even though you have internet connections at home or disturbance at home, then you can still go back and listen to those recorded lectures once again. Okay, at your own free time, you can pause anytime. Something you don't understand, you can replay, which does not happen in person, face to face lectures. You cannot really make your lecturer replay, you know but now you can do that. You have a control over your lecturer presenting lectures to you. So I think that is an added advantage here. Plus, we have been doing a lot of remedial classes for the students who don't perform as expected, and we have been doing a lot of virtual online practical classes also, so that you are in touch with the practical aspects. um, I understand, because when you're in your home, you have a lot of family members there, and there's a lot of disturbance, the surrounding noise. You have some sibling peeking on your laptop, and maybe your family members checking on you. Are you really listening to online lectures or just whiling away your time? So I know it can be a bit stressful sometimes, but I think this is what we can do from our side. Are you going back and checking on the lectures on LMS?
Yes, doctor. I frequently check all the recorded lectures.
Okay, so you feel that it is useful to you?
Yes, I think it's useful for me.
Okay, okay. And are the lectures given to you usually the lecture notes, as in, is it given to you a few hours or a day before the lecture?
Yes, the lectures are usually given maybe a day or a few hours before the lectures.
Yeah, so that's in a way good also. So you know what is coming to you. You're not taken
Yes,
by
doctor.
surprise. So you have an idea about what are the contents of the lecture. So you can be more prepared to understand. And even though you don't, then you can go back to LMS and check. Okay. So I hope you can continue doing that. And uh, well, of course, we hope that things will be back to normal as soon as possible also. But until then, I hope you can make best use of this digital technologies that we are arranging. Yeah, yeah, Daniel,
Yes,
is that
doctor.
okay?
Yes, doctor. Thank you for the sharing,
Okay,
doctor.
okay then.
Yeah, thank you, Daniel.
Thank you,
Uh,
doctor.
I think Daniel is a year one student. I think I have not met him in person throughout the
Yeah,
year. So yeah, I hope
I
to
think
meet you again,
I
Daniel.
think most of the students, especially the new ones, year one, year two, we haven't seen them, especially the year one, because they just joined
Yeah,
last year. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
they know us better by face, I think, than we know them.
yeah, yeah, yeah. We really like to meet them in person. I think we have another person over here, Xin Yuan. So, Xin Yuan, would you like to express your concern?
Hi, Doctor. Good afternoon, Doctor.
Hi, Xin
Hi,
Yuan.
Zinyan. How are
Okay,
you?
so I'm fine. So for me, my problem is like more to the practical class and the test will be conduct online. So currently I'm a year one student. So the practical class is actually conduct in like few week only, so it's going to FCO lockdown again. So it's like our understanding is limited to just for the pictures and videos in the face to in the online classes. In online practical is not only like limited to the picture and video, the quality is also will affect us. It's like the internet connection will affect the overall quality. So it's like will be affect our understanding. It's more is more prefer that we can face to face practical. This is the practical problem lah. But the follow to the test problem is like because we inform that we will conduct our final in the online exam. So I'm worried about like the typing typing is slow because I'm a slow typer. So I'm worried about like my I cannot finish my test in on the time. So and also about the internet connections and the platform will be going slow. If lagging, is it our time is assuming going on or will be stopped at there is something like that.
Yeah, thanks, Zinyan. I think very genuine concern regarding the online exams and the online practicals. I think this is everybody's problem and everybody's concern, and I'm glad that we had someone bringing this up in this conversation. I think uh, what we what I'm saying trying to say is that it this covid scenario has brought in a digital revolution, just like I said just now, and we are moving to the digital age more and more. So right now, regarding you said about your practical classes, I think especially anatomy, you're not able to really see the cadaver and the structures that normally we would see face to face, and you could actually see the structures. We although we have suitable alternatives like Master University, I think is one of the very rare university which has a digital anatomy studio, where we are where everything is displayed digitally, the anatomy, and I guess you have seen that before, and that I know it's not a 100% replacement for an actual class, but given the scenario, I think it does give you a lot of information. There are a lot of things which you cannot do in a cadaver. You can do here, because here you can go layer by layer of the body, of the human body, and you not just the anatomy. I think you can see the physiological aspects also, that how does a heart function, how does a liver function. I'm talking about that anatomy studio display. Yeah, so I think you have seen that. So there are pros and cons for everything. I totally agree that it's not same to same like you're watching the structures in a cadaver, but at the same time in a cadaver you can just watch and see, but you cannot see the functions of it. There's a stink of the formaldehyde and all that, so those things are there. There are those cons are there, so I think we cover up those cons by using the digital studio. But whenever we are back to the campus, we will make sure that arrangements are made so that you actually see the cadaver also in the anatomy practicals, so that all that knowledge that you have gained now during our online classes, you can use that and you can see it in real. Okay, we are also making sure to follow all the SOPs, and have a smaller crowds of practical groups, so that you are not crowded there inside the labs, and maintain enough social distancing, and you can you can perform all those practicals for anatomy, physiology, everything that is required. Okay, as far as online exams are concerned, I think also is a very good point that you brought up, because the time given to you to write an answer, and maybe until now you have been writing answers with your hand and the pen, but now you will going to be typing, and maybe all of us may not be very so good in typing. So that will be definitely considered. Okay, and the time given to you will also be a little more than what we give the time given to handwriting in the answers written by handwriting. Okay, and any online connection related, internet connection related challenges will also be addressed. And I know it's a bit strange with the cameras watching you writing the exams is a bit make you feel a bit strange, I know. But there is no really a solution for that, because we have to make sure that there is no malpractice, right? I mean, it's good for everyone, because you don't want another friend of yours to malpractice and get more marks where you have studied much harder probably, right? So that is also a reason why we don't want malpractice here, because it has to be fair for the students also, right? That is the reason. Okay, and if there is a internet connection related problem, you can immediately call us and tell us that there is a problem like this, and we'll try to give you a more time, or we can conduct you a repeat exam. Okay, because since the answers questions are already out, we can try to conduct a repeat exam. In case such thing happens, we pray that that doesn't happen. And like I think instructions are given to you beforehand to make sure that during the online exams you have a good internet connection, you're using a cable. I advise for you to use a ethernet connection, a cable, and not a wireless. And also inform your family members during that time not to use internet facilities so much, like maybe not use the smart TV, because smart TV takes up a lot of internet connection. So maybe your family members can avoid watching the smart TV for the 2 to 3 hours, and maybe they can disconnect the wireless connection from their phones. They can use their mobile data, so you have a better internet connection during that point of time. Okay, so I think by doing this, these problems should be able to be resolved. Is that okay, Senior?
Yeah, yeah, sure, doctor.
I hope you feel more confident now to write your exams.
I hope so.
Okay. If anything, I think all of you students, you have designated mentors. You can approach your mentors if you still have any concerns. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you,
Thank you,
Thank you,
Senior.
Senior.
doctor.
All the
Thank
best for
you.
your professional exam in another 2-3 weeks
Good
time.
luck for your exams. Yeah.
Thank you, doctor.
Yeah, and then we have Peter with us. Peter, would you like to share with us your concern?
Yeah, hi, good afternoon, doctors and
Hi,
everyone.
Peter. Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm fine. So, I'm a year five dental student. So, being an international student, one of my struggles, something I've been struggling with, is with the increased COVID-19 restrictions, travel restrictions. I haven't really been able to go back home. So, previously, I would go back home at least once a year, but it's been quite hard going back now. So yeah, and my family being like my support system, so I find myself feeling down sometimes, and there's also the constant worry of what is going on back home with the increasing COVID-19 cases. So
Right,
I don't know
Peter.
if you have any advice on that.
Sure, Peter. I totally understand your problem. I totally understand your problem. Me myself being a non-Malaysian, I can totally understand what you mean. I totally empathize with you, because I also haven't seen my family for a long time now, almost more than 1.5 year now, and I can totally understand, because whatever digital revolutions come over, nothing can replace seeing our loved ones in real, in person, right? That is not possible. But well, it is a compromise situation, and luckily today we have technologies where we can make video calls, we can see them in person, and we can make as many video calls as possible, because believe me, 10 years back this was not possible. Okay, I remember I saw a post or a forwarded message somewhere where they said that it's bad that COVID thing has happened now, but probably it is also a time where we are able to, we have the facilities to manage the situation. Because if this had happened 10 years back, not very long ago, just 10 years back also, we would not have had those facilities that are available now to face this situation. Okay, the internet connections were very weak at that point of time, not as good as now. We didn't have that high bandwidth and data rate that is available now. It was WhatsApp was like a very rare thing, and I think 2010, I myself didn't have WhatsApp. I didn't know what's WhatsApp, and obviously there were no video calls, there were no voice calls, and I have worked in a foreign country before, also away from India, and it was such a tough job to just to make a single call to your family. We had to buy the calling cards and put in money every time, and then after in a few minutes it was over already. So we could not make long calls. Yeah. So, but I think now that problem is not there. I know, like I said, it cannot replace. It's not an alternative to see them in person. Okay, but at the same time, at least we can see them every day through video calls, talk to them in real, and share what we are doing every day. I think I would just advise you, Peter. You just keep doing that. Just keep making sure that they are also happy there. They are not concerned about your situation there. Okay, and also keep updating them about what you are doing every day. Okay, keep updating them about what you're doing every day. Share these things, and let them also share, because maybe your parents are also sometimes some, like my parents, are not very digitally smart, but now they are learning. Even my mom is learning how to use WhatsApp. So I think this is a good thing also. Yeah. So I think you can do that. Okay, for the children now, just continue doing that. Talk to them every day. And make them feel better. When you make them feel better, you will feel better yourself. Okay, and apart from that, over here we are there to you as mentors, and we can like they say, a school is your second home, and probably teachers can be your second parents. So you can always approach us, any of us, with whichever lecturer you feel comfortable. You can approach, if or you have your own mentors, you can approach your mentors and talk to them if you have any concern. Okay, okay, Peter.
Okay. Thank you, doctor. Thank you.
Okay, Peter. Please take care of yourself. Yeah, and hope to see you in the campus next week when we are starting the clinicals.
Yeah. See you soon.
Okay, Peter.
Okay,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Peter. Yeah, I think that there are this quote that people always say that difficult times often bring out the best in people, and I think that we really need to make the best use of the technologies around us, right? Thank you, Peter. I think we have another two guests here. I'm not sure if they want to go on live. Uh, iPhone and Shoba. Would you guys like to go on live or? Uh,
Okay, so
yeah. So okay. Yeah.
anyways, no, I would
Yeah.
like to add in some more things, because all this while we have been talking about everyone having personal issues or concerns regarding situation. I would also like to inform the student audience who are watching us and listening to us now that not just about yourself. I would also request you to have keep a watch on others, as in your friends, your all of you students are somewhat in the same situation. Some of you being locals, being Malaysians, also maybe you're far away from home, as in your families might be in a different state. Just like Peter shared his problem being in another country. Uh, some of you may be in Malaysians also, but you may be away from your parents because your parents may be in another state and you're not able to go there because of the travel ban. So it's a similar situation. Okay, so what I would advise all students is to keep a check on your friends also, and not, I mean, along with yourselves, because it's very important to identify who is going through a problem, who is going through a concern, because normally people do not talk about it. Okay, and it's very easy to get have a depression during this stage, and believe me, people who are depressed will not look depressed. Okay, that is one thing that you need to know. They will not look depressed, they may not look depressed, but they still may be. So it's very important for that reason, for your own well-being and your friends well-being. Keep in touch with your friends, keep talking to them regularly, just hi on WhatsApp. How are you? Are you doing well? And my advice is to do group studies. Group studies is something that can bring in a lot of interaction with amongst each other. Uh, because you can use the online facilities now, the Google Meets and Zoom links. You can do a group study, discuss what you have studied, and then you can have your own playtime with that. I mean, it doesn't have to be all serious studying also. So this can make up for the absence of in-person seeing your friends. Okay, so this is just an advice from me, that please keep a check on your friends also, to make sure they are also doing that.
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Santosh. I think that friends and family do really matter during these hard times, and our friends will really make the good times better and the hard times actually easier for all of us. And I think with that, we shall conclude the session today. So thank you very much, everyone, for being here with us. We wish you, we hope that everyone's take good care of yourself, and we hope that the COVID-19 pandemic will be over soon, right? So I
Thank you,
think
Dr.
that's all.
DJ.
Thank you, Dr. Santosh. Thank you, all the students who come live. Yeah, take care, everyone, and stay safe. Okay, thank you.
Take
Yeah,
care,
bye bye.
everyone. Stay safe. Bye bye.